So hello and welcome back to the new video of the Java tutorial series. So today in this video we will be covering, we will be seeing one method which is how we can find the length of a circular linked list. Okay, so length in the sense that we have to find how many nodes are there inside that circular linked list. Okay, so again, if you recall our previous videos where we have seen singly and doubly linked list, how we can do that is we have one counter variable which will count all those nodes present inside this linked list until and unless we reaches the end, which we representing as tail dot next is equal to null. Okay, so we are iterating over that linked list until we reaches at null. Okay, so but now we are seeing the circular linked list where null doesn't exist. We have tail dot next is which is assigned to the head, which makes this as a circular linked list. Okay, so how we can do is do this in to find the length of the circular linked list. If we again, if you follow this approach that we have been using in the circular linked list, no, sorry, single linked list or the doubly linked list, then your loop will go in infinite loop. It will go and count again and again because you never stop by using that approach. There is no null. Okay, this will count as 1 2 3 4, again it will 5 6 7 8. The loop will never stops. Okay, so what we can do is we can use the logic that we have used in our previous video, that is to we have used that logic to printing that list. Okay, so if I go inside my IDE, I will show you so in our previous video we'll see how we can print the list, right? So for that we have used the logic as head is not equals to tail. So we are iterating over this list until my head reaches to the tail, and after once the head will reaches at the tail, we'll just simply get out of this loop and we'll just print the last node's data. So we can use this logic as in our finding the length of method. Okay, so we'll see how we can do this. Let's go and create one method, but let me first go ahead and create one. Okay, just wait a minute. Let me go ahead and create one method comment over here so that you guys can understand what we have done in this method itself. uh, uh, Print the circular linked list. Okay, so in this video we will be creating finding the length of the list. Okay, so I will write length of circular linked list. Okay, okay, just we'll go and create our method. Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, public static. So we are finding the length of the list. All right, so I don't think we have to return anything. Okay, so initially we'll keep the return type as void, and after that we will write a method name as length. And now to find the length of the list we have to get access of that list. So how we can get access of the list is by getting the head of the list. All right, so we'll receive the head from the user, and I will again just initialize one counter variable. And I will name it as count, and again initially I will name it assign it zeros value. And now if you imagine one corner case is there. Okay, so what is that? It's if my head equals to null. All right, so initially the head which is given by the user at line number 44 is null. Okay, so that means there is no node in the list. The list is empty. So in that case we just simply return. We don't have to do any processing part in this method. So we will just write head equals to null. We will just simply write return. Okay, and if that is not the case, that means there are some nodes present inside the list. We will just write our while loop, and we will write until my head is not equals to tail. I will do the processing part. Okay, so what processing part that we have to do is we just have to increment the count value by 1. So how we can do this? We will just simply write count plus plus. We can increment the count value by 1, and again we have to increment the head as well. Head is equal to head dot next. Okay, so just to understand, if you guys can understand, here also in our previous video we have we have left with the one last node that we have printed over here. So here also we will be left with one last node that also we have to count. So again, once we get out of this while loop, we will just simply write one count plus plus as well, so that we can cover the last node of the list as well. Okay, and after that we will just simply print the counts value. So we will just simply write the length of the list is, we will append this as with count. Okay, and after that we'll just simply print one new line so that execution goes to the next line and we can understand things more clearly. Okay, so that is the idea behind finding the length of the circular linked list. Let's check whether our method is working fine or not. We will go inside our main method and we'll just write length, call that method, and we'll just pass the head that we are getting from making the list over here. That will be pass head over here. Okay, so let me run this code. uh, Let me call my list as one. Wait a minute, my numlock is, will again run this. Wait a minute. Okay, 1 2 3 4 and 5, and I'm done with the printing the list. And you can see element in the list are 1 2 3 4 5, and the length of the list is 5 because we have 5 elements inside the list. Okay, so this is the idea behind finding the length of the circular linked list. Okay, so in our upcoming videos we'll see how we can perform the insertion operation or deletion operation on a circular linked list. Okay, so thank you for watching this video and I will see you in the next one.